We present Reframe, an augmented reality storyboarding tool for character-driven analysis of security and privacy concerns. The goal of our research is to enable novice AR designers with no formal training in security or privacy to interactively explore potential threats directly within their AR prototypes and guide them to design safer interactions for end users. As a step towards this goal, we developed Reframe, an AR storyboarding tool that adopts a character-driven analysis approach, personifying security and privacy threats to make them more visible and understandable. We align authoring and threat analysis through a frame-based authoring technique that first focuses designers' attention on sequencing their storyboards into a core set of AR application states, while implicitly capturing and enhancing storyboard elements that are relevant for threat modeling. Let's do a walkthrough of Reframe's user interface using an example from our formative study. A novice designer is creating an AR app to educate users about the history behind city landmarks. To author the scene, the designer first selects a simulation environment of an outdoor street to represent the physical location where they envision their app being used. Using the asset library, the designer authors their storyboard on top of the environment by adding virtual content, which is shown in blue. They can also customize the text on different types of interfaces, including notifications, notice and consent, or purely text interfaces, as shown here. They can add to the physical content in the scene and sketch custom assets. Next, the designer structures the storyboard into a sequence of frames, which represent key states in the AR application, similar to traditional storyboarding. They specify a caption and select a subset of interaction techniques, ranging from gestures, voice commands, location-based interaction, or object detection, as shown here. They can also indicate the visibility of assets to demonstrate different application states. For voice interaction, they specify a voice command to record an audio message. After authoring, the designer simulates head-worn AR and plays through the frames. To show how the AR user navigates through the physical environment, Reframe generates camera animations between the 3D transforms that are linked to each frame. The system then enhances the storyboard with visualizations of the interaction techniques. To make security and privacy concerns more visible to designers, Reframe adopts a character-driven analysis approach, personifying threats from our threat model as different bystander and adversary characters. Designers can manually add existing characters to the scene and create custom characters which are more specific to their usage scenario. When the designer uses the assisted analysis mode, Reframe automatically adds characters to the scene based on the interaction techniques tied to each frame. We also display analysis prompts that hint towards mitigation strategies, and the designer checks them off as they consider them. For bystanders, Reframe asks, how could your app minimize the information captured about bystanders and increase their awareness? To consider how AR content could be manipulated by unauthorized users, Reframe displays the gesture hijacker, which mimics gesture input, and the voice hijacker, which mimics voice commands. The eavesdropper is linked to location-based interaction and gets the designer to think about how others could learn sensitive information about the AR user or app content. The graffiti spammer inserts unwanted virtual content to prompt consideration of sharing policies and content moderation in AR. And the environment manipulator swaps physical objects to consider how the AR app could still function with unforeseen changes to the environment. To brainstorm how the AR user's interactions could be perceived or exploited by other people, the designer jumps into the third-person perspective of different characters. Reframe also provides screen and audio recording tools to enable reviewing threat modeling sessions at a later time. The system generates video checkpoints so designers can easily jump to their analysis of specific characters. We conducted a study with novice AR designers to investigate how their design concepts evolved through using Reframe's character-driven analysis tools. Then, working with security and privacy experts, we investigated the benefits and limitations of Reframe for supporting designers in producing high-quality threat analyses and mitigation techniques.